I want to talk a little bit about the importance of board meetings and what you're really supposed to be looking at, the way that traditional companies do it, and then the way that we offer it to our clients. Because the purpose, like tonight, what I'm going to do is we're going to get a state of the company. Like, where is this bank? Where are they at? What are they doing? How are things operating? What's on the horizon for the future? What obstacles do we believe are going to get in our way? What problems did we have over the past quarter? Did we make profit? Did we hire employees? Who do we have to bring on to support the system? Who do we have to let go of because things have happened? And the idea is a group of people get together, stakeholders in your company, and you're really discussing on how do we maintain and grow this business? How do we use our resources to the best of their ability? And what new resources do we have to pay for? And that's really what a board meeting is. And I don't care if you're a multi-billion-dollar bank or you're a mom and pop shop or you're a solopreneur sitting at home, you have to go through this process with yourself. And that's why Tom and I do it, right? We go through this with our clients a little bit differently. We look at the business, but then we also look at the owner and how is their life and how are they operating in this. And the way that we perform this is the same as a traditional board meeting, but we're looking at the entity and the owner. And it's really important to assess what's going on with all of these things. So what do you feel is going on with the board meetings that we provide for our clients?
Well, I think it's a bit unique in the sense that we do spend time looking at the person, the individual, as well as the business as a whole, right? Where it's a holistic board meeting. It's almost like a board meeting for your life and your business. And that's a little bit different than traditional board meetings, but they're so instrumental in giving us the opportunity to really provide advice for people and if they're struggling with certain things, to coach them through those things that they're struggling with. And, it's really a very important thing to do. And not enough people take a moment every once in a while to reflect on where is their business at? Where is their life at? Where are they going? What are the goals that they're trying to achieve? People tend to, as solopreneurs and small companies, they just tend to go and just do things. They don't necessarily go and plan. They don't necessarily understand everything that's happening. They don't know their numbers. And I think our board meetings have really built a beautiful construct of what it really takes to be the CEO of your organization, right? Because my experience of board meetings is a little different than yours. I've been involved more with nonprofit board meetings where the main role of the board is governance and making sure that the CEO who the board has hired is carrying out everything that needs to be carried out based on the strategic plan and the strategy of the organization on a larger level. And I feel like we're doing the same thing. We're giving the CEOs of their companies this advice and this governance too of how they should be running their company. We're not necessarily involved in all the decision making that they are doing, but we are recommending certain things, and it really helps a lot of them to feel like, oh, I'm on top of my business. I know what my business is about. And these are the action lists that I need to take. This is the action that I have to take in order to move to the next level. And okay, and that's the beauty of our board meetings is everybody walks away with an action item list, right? We have two different types of action items. We have tasks and we have habits, because as coaches, essentially, we are trying to help CEOs form better habits. And a lot of times what comes up in our discussion are things that they need to create as habits so that they can sustain the life of their business in the long run. And the board meeting is an opportunity to do that.
Yeah, and really if I to summarize it up for me, is the importance of these board meetings for our clients is that it finally gives them a space to sit back for 2 hours and assess and really look at what's going on. Because we're in it every single day. We're in our businesses and we have to put out all the fires and get excited about all the opportunities and make all the money. But the culmination of all that needs its own place. And whether you're going to go ahead and do this on your own once a month, once a quarter, once a year, it really should be done on a regular frequency so you can then decide on three major things. And those three major things that we look at is what got you to where you are now? Like, what did you do in the past? The middle part of this is, okay, well, where are we and how do we maintain this? And then the final part is really how do we go ahead and get where we want to go. And if you just had a simple framework of those three, how did we get here? Where are we? How do we maintain it? And what are we going to do to get where we want to go? That's going to allow you at least to start analyzing and using that information to make better decisions.
And that's the key point, right? And that's one of the things I wanted to talk about is how decisions are often made very short-sighted by newer business owners. I'm seeing a pattern that a lot of business owners just make these haphazard decisions, and most of them are made out of fear, or they're made out of lack of money, or they're made out of some chaos in their world or their business. And the decisions are not good decisions for the life of the business. And what the board meeting really allows them to do is to learn how to be more strategic, more planned out. We do forecasting in the finances and teach people how to forecast their expenses and forecast what's in their pipeline. And all of those things without the board meeting lead to these haphazard decisions. And when they're in the board meeting and they see where they're trying to go and making longer term goals and have better vision for their business, they can start to make better decisions, because we cannot make decisions out of fear. And I think that's one of the biggest things that comes up often in most of these business owners that we're working with, is they're making decisions always out of fear.
Mm-hmm.
Where a board meeting and what we do allows for better structure for decision making, so that the decisions, they're not all going to be easy. They're going to be difficult decisions. But because we take the time to examine the full business, you're able to really make an informed decision. And that's what we want to get all business owners to, is making these informed decisions, because you can cost yourself a lot of headache, a lot of stress, a lot of energy, and literally burn yourself out because you're making too many haphazard decisions when there is an opportunity to make better informed decisions.